Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the DMLS channel. Today we will cover notable community events that occurred during the month of October 2020. This episode will feature all of the new 2.2 news, such as the icon contest and ROBTOP streaming new features on Twitch. As usual, we'll also be covering list movements and placements and upcoming and released levels, as well as a level review done by the one and only YakobNugget. Now I'll pass it off to Debejor for the main story.
October has been an extremely exciting month for the Geometry Dash community. Unless you've been living under a rock, you most likely know of ROBTOP's recent activity. Early in the month, ROBTOP announced that there would be another icon creator contest for 2.2 and gave out an Adobe Animate template for creating icons. If you would like to participate in the 2.2 icon contest, we will link the template in the description. ROBTOP's streams revealed a wide variety of 2.2 features and icons showcased throughout multiple streams. ROBTOP also made a few new icons on stream, making for some entertaining clips.
We are making balls, ladies and gentlemen.
To everyone's surprise, ROBTOP decided to showcase the new platformer mode. The jetpack, a platformer exclusive vehicle, was revealed, and it showed a lot of similarities to the ship. Platformer mode also has some other interesting features, like slippery blocks and different slope mechanics. Platformer mode should lead to a whole different style of gameplay and make for original fresh levels, so we're excited to see it. ROBTOP also showed off a ton of new triggers on stream, many of which were screen effect triggers. Some of the effect triggers that he has shown on stream so far include the glitch trigger, the gradient trigger, and the motion blur trigger. These new triggers are for sure going to be an exciting new addition to the game. One of the things that the community seems to be the most excited for is the Versus mode that's going to be part of 2.2. ROBTOP has now showcased the button for Versus mode, but unfortunately that's the extent of it. It will be interesting to hear more about this as time goes on. There have been a ton of other, smaller, yet still newsworthy announcements about 2.2 this month. Some of these features include an in-game FPS bypass, a new secret room, and most importantly, we will finally be able to edit in-game text. Rob has also said that he's working on the new sneak peek now, and hopes to have it done soon, so get prepared, as your 3 years of waiting might finally pay off.
Over a year ago, the now controversial player Crazen teased the first gameplay parts of his Extreme Demon masterpiece Wasureta. The level was decorated by notable creators such as Hell Pegasus, Electro, and Augie, and was finished and verified in this year's June. Due to recent controversies surrounding Crazen, the level's shiny demon rating was moved from Crazen's profile to Augie's, one of the decorators. On a more lighthearted note, let's talk more about Rob's activity. Recently, he has been showing us more interesting relics from his personal life, such as pictures of his house, his setup, his private movie theater, and a different photograph of his face. This is the first time we've seen Rob really connect with the community like this, and be transparent about not only the game, but himself, and it's always a good sign to see the developer involved with the fanbase. The well-known Korean creator ZENTHICALPHA quit Geometry Dash again. ZENTHICALPHA was one of the most recognized creators in Geometry Dash, often sitting in the top 3 of the creator leaderboard. Speed Racer, Jawbreaker, Supersonic, and Ultrasonic are some levels you may have heard of that were created or hosted by him. He seems to be going strong again when he released a Daybreak 5 months ago, but he ended up taking down all of his YouTube videos early this month. From what we know, it's really unlikely that he'll return anytime soon, so we wish him well for his future projects.
Now, let's cover some of the most relevant Extreme Demons that have previewed or teased this month. Firstly, we have Ecstasy by SlayGD, an Extreme Demon that features vibrant effects on top of black and white core design. Ecstasy features some very interesting gameplay, most notably a dual part around 62%. The level has the same creative vibe that you'd find in a Para level, and since we don't see many solo Extreme Demons anymore, let's hope this level will be released soon. Moving on, next we have Luxtra, yet another solo Extreme Demon by Galaxy Cat. This level uses a wide range of colors and has fast-paced gameplay filled with moving objects. All of these aspects blend together to create a lively atmosphere that matches its color palette. The level contains over 200,000 objects and is set to be verified by Moosh soon, so good luck to him on getting this solo project finished. Next up, we have Eternal Night, a near impossible solo Extreme Demon by Electro. This level is segmented into several parts, and each part has its own specific color. This level took 2 months to be finished and is set to place at number 1 on the demon list, but is also intended to be enjoyable, consistent, and balanced. Squidward plans to verify this level after his current verification project, A Nemesis, and after a 75 to 100 run, he can confirm the level is extremely difficult. Good luck to Swipeborg on taking down this monster. Now, finally getting to first of many mega collabs, we have Sinister Incision by It's Hybrid and more. Since Molten Mercury's release, the community has been eagerly awaiting Hybrid's next project, and this level certainly does not disappoint. The level itself is a remake of Night Terrors, a classic 2.0 insane demon which was once on the demon list. Now, Sinister Incision plans to build on Night Terror's theme using fresh gameplay and decoration that is reminiscent of the original. It's never easy to remake a classic, but it looks like Hybrid has this one in the bag. Following that, we have a familiar level which has been in the spotlight for quite some time now. Cybernetic Crescent is the third installment of Vibrant's series of mega collabs, following Artificial Ascent and Digital Descent. The level features lots of different themes, with each part showcasing a different creating style. Similar to the two levels preceding it, many well-established creators have revealed their parts in this collab, such as Heinz, Samifying, and Fertifunky. You can find previews of the level on Vibrant's YouTube, Twitter, and Discord server. Overall, this is a highly anticipated level, and a nice conclusion to arguably the most legendary series in the game's history. Another level that's seen a fresh burst of activity recently is Caliber by Darwin and Zephyrox. Caliber is the third level in a trilogy of well-loved extreme demons, with its prequels being Zafkiel and Catalyze. The level has a similar atmosphere to Zafkiel and Catalyze, and according to its creators, the finished product will exceed the difficulty of both of them. Initially, Caliber was postponed as the creators worried that 2.2 would be released before it, which threatened to make the level look outdated. However, the decorating process has recently resumed, and significant progress has been made thus far. It's been extremely exciting to see Darwin and Zephyrox, who decorated the previous levels in the trilogy, come together to make this level. So let's brace ourselves for this grand finish to the trilogy. Next up, we have yet another level which is third in its trilogy. Aerial Gleam is the sequel to Aquatic Auroras, and is the collaboration between N-Level, Deadlocks, Electro, and Antares. This level takes its prequels themes and amplifies them in every way. The color choices are more contrasting, the music is more intense, and the designs are far more complex than its predecessors. Both levels focus heavily on the wave game mode, with Aquatic being decorated in the 9-circle style. However, due to Aerial Gleam's unique decoration, N-Level himself has claimed that it's technically not a 9-circles level. The level is extremely difficult, and it will likely be nerfed as it would currently place above Tartarus on the demon list. The verifier of this level is none other than Riot, a community veteran who recently returned to the game after his channel was restored. It will definitely be interesting to see an old school player like Riot tackle this new school challenge, so be sure to stay tuned in future months as we continue to cover the story. Following that, we have The Ultimate Phase 2 by Andromeda and more. Over the past few years, several remakes and unofficial sequels of The Ultimate Phase have drifted around the community. Some released, some faded into obscurity. Recently, Andromeda has teamed up with multiple well-known creators to launch an official sequel to this classic extreme demon. The layout and some decoration has already been previewed on YouTube. The level has a sense of continuity created from it using a later part of the same song as the original level. So far, the level is doing a great job encapsulating the prequel's atmosphere. The Ultimate Phase 2 is already shaping up to become a very promising sequel, so we hope it will be completed soon. The next level that's recently risen to prominence in the community is Exosphere, a mega collab hosted by Doggy. This mega collab features popular gameplay creators and decorators such as Avena and Surtrax. The gameplay is fast-paced and innovative, featuring a fair amount of gameplay for each game mode. This is Doggy's first shot at a mega collab, and it seems to be going very well, so let's hope the team can see this project through. And for our final upcoming level of the month, we have Vignette by Team S-Cult. This level is themed after a retro cinema experience and uses sepia colors throughout. According to Dorami, who posted a preview, the level intends to create the most satisfying dual gameplay possible. The level is very focused on being accessible, as it is aimed to be an easier extreme, and the level will be optimized to accommodate lower-end devices. Although the decoration isn't complete just yet, from what we can see so far, the level has definitely met some objectives. The gameplay flows very well and it supports its sepia theme with brown and orange color palette. Additionally, a lot of the air decoration is based off of film symbols. The dual sections are creatively made and make up a significant portion of the level, with every game mode getting to play a part. The level will be verified by Dorami, but he has stated that he will not be changing anything that affects the level's difficulty. All in all, this level looks like a good challenge for anyone capable of beating extreme demons, and like the preview suggests, this level does indeed feature a number of crazy duels!
During the month of October, plenty of interesting and unique levels were released. Let's talk about them. Gunslinger Corridor is a Death Corridor inspired demon released this month. The level itself makes use of a black, white and red colour scheme. Like Death Corridor, the level features difficult wave, bull and ship sections. The level features a total of 6 creators and was verified by the Real Soli in just under 3,000 attempts. It uses the Nong song Gunslinger by Pegboard Nerds, which sounds somewhat similar to the song in the original Death Corridor. The level is on Evil Prisma's account and is considered a fairly easy extreme, so if you can handle some straight fly and wave spam, we recommend giving it a try. Falcon 16 is a flight/sky theme level that uses the song Sky Fortress by Waterflame. The level starts out grounded and then seemingly takes off into beautiful sky theme landscapes, which is a really underused theme within GD. The level is around a minute and a half long and features a strong roster of exceptional creators such as Hell Pegasus and Spectex. Falcon 16 currently sits at 125 on the list and was verified by our favourite furry Zeronium. It's clear that the creators were passionate about this project and it shows in the finished level, so give it a watch. Now for a bit of a nostalgia trip as we head back more than 4 years ago. 211 is an effect level created by Etzer and Sergei Esther that features simple black blocks with a flashing, colour changing, pixelated background that gives it a retro aesthetic. While this level was released last month, it was finally rated in the first week of October. If you're craving a nostalgia rush, then this level has your name on it. Inflective is a collab hosted by Mojitos, and it is certainly an interesting level. This level is most notable for its spider-based duels that require quick click precision to pass. The verifier of this level, Forgone, claims that the spider parts are satisfying to pass, and they're certainly original gameplay. The level was updated shortly after its rate, and it is said to have made the gameplay more enjoyable. Forgone managed to beat the level as his first extreme demon, taking him 23,000 attempts. This is a type of gameplay that we've never seen before, and it's very nice to see considering the plethora of similar extremes. The next level is one we're sure you all know about. Thanatophobia is a themed collab hosted by R2 and verified by Syndrome. The level may have a typical black, white and red colour palette, but it flourishes due to it working with the themes of Halloween and horror. It's short and sweet, starting off slow, picking up speed, and ending with a fantastic end screen. Overall, this is a great collab, and we'll be looking into it further during the level review. Hyper Paradox is a remake of Hyper Paracosm hosted by It's Hybrid. This level was verified 5 months ago, but was only rated recently. Cappy Nappy, the verifier, gave the level an 85 out of 100 in terms of enjoyment. This level does succeed at its goal of improving Hyper Paracosm and polishing it into a better level, and for that reason, we recommend you try it out. Next up, we have Reverence by Womb, Cybertron and more. It has a really great design and follows an almost strictly red colour palette with flashes of colour. The gameplay is very sync based with almost every single click going to the music. The level was released around 2 months ago and wasn't rated until recently. Congrats to Womb and the team for creating such a well-rounded level. Now we have yet another Cappy Nappy verification, Molten Mercury by It's Hybrid and more. As a sequel to Tempered Steel, it stays true to its original steel and mechanical design. It's Hybrid considers Molten Mercury as the team's masterpiece, which undoubtedly is the case. Cappy Nappy, who has recently been tearing through his verifications list, managed to take down this gorgeous level in less than 2,000 attempts. Overall, a very great level that is worth checking out, and it was rated this month. Good job to It's Hybrid and the team. Next up, we have a legendary demon, Bulls by Aqualime. This level embraces abnormality with an unconventional usage of colours and different effects. Bulls is the definition of unique and even features an elaborate boss fight with the community favourite himself, Nepesta. The boss fight has a good variety of attacks and the level is also very well synced. Bulls is not rated yet, but already has its first victor in the form of Zeronium. Overall, a very interesting level. Give it a try if you're ready for some quirky gameplay. Finally, we have Halberd by Not Elsa and The One. Halberd is a Kirby themed level with near perfect theming, a boss fight, and even its own story. The gameplay is mostly memory based and unconventional, but its unique atmosphere makes it interesting to watch. The pixel art is incredible and is a great recreation of the game it's modelled after. The text boxes add a certain depth to the level that you really don't find anywhere else. While levels often nail the gameplay or decoration, story is an untouched aspect that is really interesting when executed properly. The level was verified by its decorator, not Elsa. Overall, it is a delightful level, and we'd like to see more extreme demons that push the limits like this one.
There has been a lot of action in the Demon List team this month, with a lot of promotions and a new member. Paco, Tato, Zink, and Blitzer all got treated with a moderator position this month, while Zeronium was promoted to head moderator. Hats off to all of them for performing so well. As for recruits, Demented joined the team as a helper later in the month. Be sure to congratulate all of these members for their hard work and their new positions on the team. We had a bunch of new list changes and additions this month, so allow us to jump right into them. This month's changes were kicked off with Dolos, which was lowered from 71 to 76 after more victors of the update emerged. It ended up between Rate Demon and Void Wave, pushing Rate Demon back onto the main list. This move was followed up a day later with Visible Ray being swapped with Coaretta, with Coaretta sitting above once again. Not long after, Chromatic Haze, the hot new sequel of Prismatic Haze, was moved to 70 between Quantum Processing and Aesthetic. It has since fallen to 71. After that was Omicron, the sequel to Team Proxima's well-known Extreme Demon Epsilon. It was placed on the main list at number 37 between WoW and Titan Complex. On the same day, Occult Outcry was moved up 10 spots from 87 to 77, squeezing between Dolos and Rate Demon. Another new level, Falcon 16, was placed at number 122 this month, between Carnage Mode and Low Death. The Hellbird was restored back onto the list as it moved from the Legacy list to 142, between Hateful Reflection and Azure Fiesta. To wrap up the month, we had two new placements. The Electricity-themed Mega Collab, Shockbreaker, was placed in between Asmodeus and Envy at number 120. After this, Inflective was placed at 139 between Electrolux and Bloodbath.
Two people beat Crimson Planet this month, being Blake JM and Wolves. Blake JM fluked it from 72 as a new hardest, and Wolves beat it in only 18,000 attempts. Alongside them, Zentel got 69% on a 120Hz mobile device, which could be one of the biggest mobile achievements to date. XN's dual mega collab Aronia had a surge of new victors this month. Although it started October with only 8 victors, it nearly doubled by the end of the month, with 7 players beating it between the 12th and the 24th. Those being ThunderBT, Skyzel, Hyperlith, R-Steel, Wolfie, Iruni, and Christmas. Fringy Dylan, Electrolyte 7, and Demented all beat Spectrum Cyclone as the new hardest demon. And this month, 5 people beat Coaretta as the new hardest demon. Well done to Saturn, Divisi Cookie, OK Then 5, Ryth, and Terra for taking on such a challenge. 2 people also completed Visible Ray this month. Congrats to Karma and Jeller for finishing such a highly placed level. Here, Antov and ViewSonic beat Cold Sweat, a unique top 10 by Para. This is quite impressive considering the level was just rated and placed only a month ago. Congrats to them, and hopefully they don't have carpal tunnel yet. Cappy Nappy is still on the grind, beating Cognition's second hardest demon shortly after Cold Sweat. Despite dropping it 3 times in total, he came back to it stronger after Cold Sweat and finished it off very quickly. Caveman Melvin beat Arctic Lights, doing a huge 26 spot jump from Devil Vortex. Despite this, he managed to only take 12.7 thousand attempts on it. Incredible for such a jump. Congratulations to him on beating a level as hard as this, and we're sure he will keep going in the future. As time goes on, players improve. Hyperbola and Dillstick are undeniable proof of that, with 2 insane runs and levels once thought to be impossible. Hyperbola got 24 to 72 on Silent Clubstep, currently the best run on the level so far. He has over 100,000 attempts on this beast of a level so far and shows no signs of giving up. Meanwhile, Dillstick got 32 to 100 on Abyss of Darkness, a near impossible extreme demon with some of the most difficult gameplay ever seen. Dills has 88,000 attempts so far, and with such an astounding run, we might even see a completion video at some point in the future. Both of these achievements are arguably some of the hardest things ever done in the game, so we wish them both luck with making history. GM Dommy got some impressive progress on Firework by Cherry Team, a level considered much harder than Tartarus. With runs of 18%, 64 to 85, and 84 to 100, it's a promising start for such an immensely challenging level. With a level this difficult, progress like this is groundbreaking. Keep it up, Dommy. Silent Club is a level with a lot of history. It has been feared and considered impossible for some years, mainly due to the extremely fast spam sections. For some ungodly reason though, Lookwalizer attempted to verify the unnerfed version and somehow pulled through. Due to 2.1 bugs, Lookwalizer had to beat it on the 1.9 private server, but that doesn't make the achievement any less insane. He beat this legendary level in only 14.5 thousand attempts, which is insane for a level that stayed undefeated and barely touched for such a long time. Congrats to Lookwalizer on making history and making it look so easy. As many people know, Riot came back to the game recently, after his channel was reinstated. A long time ago, Riot got 96% on the Mafiwi version of Sonic Wave, but never finished it off. He was seen again not too long ago streaming GD alongside Minecrafted. During this stream, he was practicing Sonic Wave again. Riot would continue to play the level, and he started making more and more progress. Riot ended up beating it on Halloween, jumping a staggering 112 spots from his previous hardest demon, Bloodbath. Huge GG's to Riot for coming back to this and beating it, and we're excited to see what's in store for this community veteran.
After the absolute success that was my Reverence review, the Demonless team decided it was a good idea to bring me back on their show, so this time I'm here to review Thanatophobia. Since Thanatophobia sounds like a word straight out of the Minecraft enchanting table language, I'm just going to refer to the level as Thana for the rest of this review. Anyways, Thana is a super fitting level to review for October. Like last time, I haven't played much of this level, but I've heard it's an overall positive experience, albeit one with a slow and tedious beginning. Some victors stated that they experienced bugs during their time playing the level, but this doesn't appear to be consistent from victor to victor, so I'll chalk it up to some people getting angry when dying in the second half of the level and having to go back to the long-ass ship part at the start again. The decoration here is decent, showcasing a grayscale color scheme mixed in with some red highlights. Most parts on their own are what you expect from an average glow-style mega collab, but what elevates this level above the featured page slop is its consistent color scheme, polished transitions, and theming. The theming is what really got this level noticed, but I personally feel like it was almost an afterthought with most parts. With the exceptions of Voltex, Itami, and the end screen, most of the art shown throughout the level were just simple black outlines with no further added detail. I definitely feel like the creators could have leaned into the theme a lot more and created a much creepier and more memorable level. Still, what's here is decent, and I gotta praise whoever merged the level for doing such a good job. Thana's end screen is trying to compete with Disentombed for the longest end screen on an Extreme Demon, and it's some damn good competition. That's perfectly fine with me since it looks amazing. Huge props to Name Narrow for making such cool artwork. Overall, I'm gonna give Thana's decoration a 7.5 out of 10. It's a very atmospheric and consistent level that works well for Halloween in the month of October, but I can't help but feel that some of the creators missed some major potential here.
The last listing of the month was Chromatic Haze. GG's to Brian the Burger, RG, and Lookwalizer for being the first victors of last month's list demon. In Halloween spirit, we have chosen a pretty scary list demon of the month, that being Omicron by Team Proxima. Ever since we started Demon's List highlights, we haven't deviated much from the mid-extended list levels, so we decided to really challenge the community this time around with a level in the top 40. Omicron doesn't have many victors either, so you could be one of the first ones. Good luck, kiddos. In this spooktastic October, we are shouting out Blake JM. He's a pretty good player from the United States with just over 250 subs. Some of his most notable achievements include Hyper Paracosm, Arctic Lights, and best of all, Crimson Planet with some extra progress on Gamma. He looks like he's got some potential, so please, go check him out.
And that wraps up this month's highlights video. The writers and voicers of this episode were myself, Debejor, Matt64, Vicivity, Triail, zMarc, Confusion, YakobNugget, Enderlink, RG, Harry S, Zeronium, Skrypto, and the Sofa King himself, Nimbus. The editors were Kutsu, Enderlink, and myself. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and take care.